Plug it in.
Talking live now. You guys probably hear us now.
Hi, guys.
Right?
Can they hear us? Because I didn't think it was plugged in.
Can
It is
anyone hear
plugged in.
us?
Got it. I'm afraid to move it. Oh, God.
From over there.
Hey, everyone. Hope you can hear us now. Can you stop typing so I can see the audio? Because the light is on. Is it working? Yes, we're working. All right. Hi, everybody. Sorry for the big delay. We have a problem with our microphone cord. It's very tenuously working here. I fear if Sonny comes up and knocks it or Mr. O knocks it, it will go out again. Every time we move the cord, there's going to be a problem. So bear with us. We'll have to get a new cord. This is the first I knew there was.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the story of our lives.
Mercury retrograde tarot for today.
There's a prong that connects the cord, and apparently because of the way the mic can tip, I probably tipped it back and bent the prong upon trying to put it in or out or something like that. That's our best guess. So it was my boo-boo. It worked the last time I used it because I noticed the prong was bent.
Do we see the volume going or not?
Nope.
And it's on. The light is on. So is it something?
Oh, wait, it's over here.
Ah.
There it is.
There it is. Woo! Wow, we're really paranoid here today. Sorry about that. I don't even have anything set up because we've been working on this problem for I don't know how long now.
So everyone's laughing at us or blaming it on the cats or something.
Well, if Sonny comes, and that's the other thing. If Sonny comes up here, it's over. So
also, we look like we're buffering, too.
Are we?
It looks like it.
Oh, man.
There's stuttering going on there.
How could that happen? Well, that's a totally
How
different
indeed.
problem. All right, let's see. I need to get set up, and my apologies to everyone.
Okay, thanks.
Now that we're all frazzled, we're going to try to read cards for everybody. Oh, gosh.
No! I'm twitchy. Hi, Laura. You
Hey,
missed the
everybody.
drama.
Wow, what a
You missed
full
the
house,
drama.
too. Oh, my goodness. This has been crazy. So I'm going to try to go to the beginning here and get the list together. I see my sweet Chris. Wait, let me make sure I have live chat up. Okay. My sweet Christina. I hope I can just get another cord for this. I'm going to have to look into it.
We seemingly just got over a sound problem, Laura, so we're actually really
We're late,
good
so we'll
now.
probably go into a little overtime today.
Monsters in Class, he's not available to us.
Yeah, and I don't really think the only way he could have helped us is if he could have found a way to switch from the external mic to our desktop mic in our production software. We didn't see any way we could do that. It seemed like we could only use an external mic.
Oh,
So,
hi, Violet. Thank you for following us.
so it's been a problem for sure. I'm going to keep going on the list and let him babble here to you.
I'm babbling. And you know what? I'm good at it.
Kayla, as long as he doesn't say anything about me.
Now, we don't have the best computer power, and so our producer, Monster, told us a long time ago that probably if we have too many other windows open or video playing, it'll make our buffer slower. So he has advised us to freeze, camera shots in other windows. Because, like, I open up another YouTube window so that I can do the chat or help with the chat. I'm not doing that from Streamlabs. It just seems a little more complicated than I could deal with either. So anyways, thanks, guys, for your patience. I'll just keep babbling because Banshee says I can do
Oh,
that.
Violet Lotus, welcome to the show. I'm finally getting to the bottom of the list here. Wow, this has been crazy. So let me see if I've got everybody, and if I've missed you, please let me know, and I'll look for your order in the list. Right now, I have My Sweet Christina. I have Mama T next. I have Aaliyah. I have Kayla. I have Libra Cusp. I have Angel Mary. I have Angel Rivera. I have Divine You, Laura, and Violet Lotus. I believe that's everybody.
Sounds like a piece of cake.
Well,
So you want to do the reading then? The reading,
yes,
the collective reading.
I do. I had two decks out. I couldn't decide which one. Maybe I actually have. I think I'm going to go with the Sacred Destiny. They were both Denise Lynn oracles. I noticed Denise has another one coming out that seems to possibly be an animal deck. I like Denise's decks a lot. So I'm hoping shuffling's not going to juggle the cord. If our sound goes out, I'll keep trying to be on it.
I can see that my border kind of drooped again.
Let it go, Mr.
Let it go.
Ho. Everything is awry here today. But I'm going to do what I can to try to get the cord replaced. I hate to think I have to get another microphone. This would not be
It's just
good.
the cord.
It is just a cord, but I don't know if any cord will do. So I'll check with the company and see what they have.
These things are all pretty modular. They're all USB.
I'll
and
check
similar
with the
type
company
components.
and see what they have. I won't assume anything.
Thanks, Kayla.
Here you go, Mr. O. Pick a card for the collective. Focus on the collective.
Let me check with the company first.
What do you got?
Certainly what we need today. A delight.
Pre-ordered whose new deck? Oh, Denise Lynn. Denise Lynn. Sorry. Yes, yes. I love her stuff. But I like a lot of stuff. I'm pretty equal
No
in
one
that
can see
regard.
my eyes roll right now.
So, delight, sparrows in the grass. This sparrow gains its power from its numbers. In clusters, sparrows eat and forage, and predators are distracted and deterred, even intimidated by their numbers. Security and joy in numbers is a lesson of the sparrow. Within their community, sparrows are always busy, living life fully. Many cultures align the meaning of the sparrow with joy, and in the Middle Ages, the sparrow was thought to relieve suffering, help one's triumph over hardships, and bring joy. I gotta remember the mic is right next to me. I'm gonna blow your ears out, people. I talk loud.
I could try to turn the temper.
So, the sacred
the volume down.
landscape wants you to know delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee. Spend time with others. Go to a community gathering. Host a party. The joy you experience will give birth to immense creativity, and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is the time to be spontaneous and madcap. Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. And I think people have just been dying to do that with the COVID virus and all. Let's all try to be safe still and be responsible and smart out there. But absolutely, it is time to get back into, the joy of living again. And that's what we have for everybody.
Okay, so today I will be using the following decks. I'm using the Karma Music Tarot, and that's strength from that one. And then I'm also using the Sacred Path Tarot. That's the Ace of Sacred Circles. And then I'm using the Ibis Tarot, an Egyptian one, and that's the Two Urns, which we know better as Temperance, Major Arcana 14.
I'm just commenting to Mr. Sun, who just got a hold of us. He's actually not at home right now, and he does have class later, but he's out right now somewhere. So what do I have today? I'm using the decks I used last time.
I turned it back up. Does that help? Banshee thought she was going to blow you out, so I adjusted the mic, but apparently I adjusted it too much.
Can you guys hear it okay? So, all right. Wow, I picked that card again to show off. I did that last time. Let's grab another one here. I have today a deck I haven't used very often, but just brought out again. Oh, gosh. And it is the Animals Divine Tarot by Lisa Hunt. There is the Justice card in that deck. There's more than animals in this deck. There's a lot of deities. I also have the Queen of Pentacles here from the what is it? The Guardians of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinan. Celebrating animals as we head into summer. And I also have the Five of Cups here in the Totem Animal Tarot, and this one is by Lisa Robertson, and beautiful artwork by Eugene Smith. And we'll be using our Lenormand tiles again today, which are made by Jamie Sawyer. And I have the birds. We're going to the birds today.
I was going to say, this situation was for the birds. It's a good thing we have cats to help us.
So did anybody say they were not on the list, and can people hear us now okay?
Yes, they can hear us okay.
All right, awesome. So we're going to get rolling with My Sweet Christina. You are first, and I'll go over the list again after this reading. That was some absolute craziness, but it seems like it's secure right now. Just don't touch anything.
I actually only noticed it on the day before the last time before we taped your show, so that was Tuesday.
You know, it's a funny cord. The cord has always given a little problems. It's always, even after I bought it, seemed like it was a little loose in there, but it always stayed where it needed to be. But now it's kind of bent, and it just doesn't seem to want to connect. So I'm going to have to get another
So
one.
what deck?
Let's see. Did I let's use this one. I'll use one of mine to start. Let's start with a yes, no. Run a hostel in the past life. Well, maybe you were in some kind of service industry.
Hi, Sonali.
Hey, Sonali.
Yes, it does indeed, but we're happy that he was able to be released, I guess.
That's awesome news. I said, hang in there with him. It's gonna be a recovery. You know, the cards indicated that last time that it's not gonna be, it's gonna be long-term effort. So hang in there.
I'm
That's
sure there were
great
some
news,
people
Sonali.
praying for his recovery and still will be.
That is excellent news. I'm so glad to hear that. So we'll get you on the
Yes.
list, and you're at the bottom of the list. So
I'm
if
so
you need
grateful
to
for you.
leave, we will definitely do the divine message for yourself. See what's going on. Yeah, I'm sure you are. This is such a tough virus because it separates us from those who need us most, you know? The people who are very ill and sick and bordering on, many have died without family present. And my heart just breaks. I mean, this has been a rough time for so many people. So, Angel Rivera, my shirt says today, Guild of Radical Militant Librarians. I bought this at a festival one time, a pagan festival, no less.
Okay, now I will roll my eyes.
Okay, yes, no. Let's see about this hostile thing. Well, no.
It looks like it's leaning towards
It
no.
looks like it's leaning towards no, but, you do have the King of Cups here, upright, and you have the Two of Swords upright. So, I don't know why, but when I'm seeing this, my sweet Christina, I'm wondering if you somehow served in a hospital or something where people came and went that way. The Two of Swords, just for some reason, I'm feeling that you were someplace where people had to go and stay for a time, possibly, to heal and recover. Because to me, the Two of Swords indicates kind of a stalemate or a stagnation, like people are staying in one place. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But also coupling that with the nurturing kind of energy of a cup card, like the King of Cups.
In a better era when maybe healthcare was, more compassionate and not so much profit driven, I think you were some sort of administrator, or maybe you were the go-to person in charge of patient information, or, the clergy. Maybe you were part of the clergy of a church, the people that sent around folks to console and talk to patients there, because I feel that I felt that strongly when she said that, and so I'm thinking that the Two of Swords is more of an administrative or overseer type. You were like maybe the person in charge of these folks, and you assisted with that.
Yeah, I know that, traditionally the Two of Swords maybe is not necessary, it'd be more like the Four of Swords, it's recovery and and kind of healthcare. But I don't know why, because the Two of Swords also has that quality of, kind of staying in one place, and there's some uncertainty that I kind of felt like it was a place where, there were issues of life and death.
I combine them to mean sort of administrative or,
king.
governance factors about the role in healthcare.
It could be a doctor. I mean, as somebody with authority, I do agree with you,
Sure.
in a healthcare environment.
Very
So
neat.
that's kind of interesting.
So let's pull some
Okay.
Lenormand.
I hate to have you come by the mic here, so I'm wondering about the placement of this, but be careful.
I have good back.
Oh gosh,
reach here.
so funny. I've got the tree.
I have the home.
Oh my gosh. So again, this kind of indicates healing. The tree is about health and well-being and roots, and the home, well, this could mean that, you made house calls.
Even if it wasn't a very formal, relationship, like you actually were charged with being, in charge of this hospital or this part of it, it's clearly that you were doing that. You were just sort of in charge of benevolence and counseling and assisting people who needed help.
I just feel you had some kind of authority in the area of healthcare. I'm not going to rule that it was a hospital, because I almost feel like this could go further back.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because of that house and that tree card. You might go back to a time where doctors would be called and, like they would come to the home to deliver babies, or, tend to people who were
Pre-hospital
resting
structure.
in their homes.
Pre-hospital structure.
Yeah.
You know,
I
more
think
like-
that those Lenormand are kind of indicating that. So it's kind of interesting, my
maybe
sweet
you
Christina.
were a sort of midwife or folk healer, a person who was the village wise
Could
woman.
even be that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Because, with the with the King of Cups, there's kind of, a wisdom that comes from within, intuition. So, I think it leads to your folk healing or alternative healing type work. So that's interesting, my sweet Christina. I hope that made sense to you. You are welcome. Thanks for that question.
You're welcome. And I see that, Kayla. Are you sure? But we do appreciate you dropping in anyway.
Okay. Well, we can say no. If you change your mind, let me know. You're not up yet. It's Mama T's turn, and then Aaliyah, and then it would have been you, Kayla. After Kayla's Libra Cusp, Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Divine You, Laura, Violet, Lotus, and Sonali.
You are so welcome.
So besides everything else, it's possible we might have a thunder shower or storm during our stream. They're supposed to be coming in during the afternoon, but they never have the timing right, so it may be later. Of course, we have somewhere to go, so it'll probably be then. Oh, wow.
Hi, Violet Ann.
Hey, Violet Ann. Good to see you. We don't have a huge list today, but you would be at the bottom if you want a reading. Mama T, so is that your question? Do you want to know if you had been buried alive in a past life? We can try that. Okay, that's fine, Kayla. You will be after you. There's just Mama T and Aaliyah in front of you. Okay. So we reached 1,900 followers on Twitter. Woohoo!
Congratulations to us.
We're starting to do more with the website, but we're also trying to attract audience who don't know us on the internet by putting some of our content that we share on Twitter and Facebook there, like our cards of the day. Mr. O has made these wonderful videos, and we may use our blog for some of this too, where we'll do our other cards that we share on Twitter and Facebook on our blog.
Alrighty.
And more coming. More coming. I have a review almost in the can now, I promise. And some other articles will be coming to the blog on our website.
Yes, I need to get busy too. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Violet Ann. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, everyone. So let's find out if Mama T had a past life where she might have been buried alive. Do it there.
Okay. I'll pick them up your way.
That's fine. So for the third time, I'm going to roll my eyes.
I'm nervous.
Oh, stop.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for noticing or saying that, everybody, but especially you, Laura. Thank you. We're grateful we can do this.
Well, it's a definite no on that. But let's take a look at this in more detail. You have the Prince of Swords here, which is what in your deck? The page?
No, this would be the Knight.
Okay. And then we have the Six of Cups upright. And we have the Five of Wands upright. So I don't know what triggered you there at that grave, Mama T, but I almost get the feeling this had to do with a situation where you had to fight for something. There was conflict in this life, whatever triggered your experience. It might have been about a past life where you were in conflict. And I almost feel like with that Six of Cups there upright, that you were fighting for something that was very of value to you, almost like fighting for what you believe in or for what you've always stood for the way things always were. You know, when I see that Six of Cups, I don't know why I'm looking at it that way. I don't know. You go ahead. I know I'm probably way off on a tangent on this one.
Although the card said no to the actual question about, buried alive, I do feel there's a resonance here towards a past life, Mama T.
Yeah.
I think that way because of the Six of the Cups.
Yes.
And maybe because of the general nature of the question, I think it just sort of pulled it in because of that. I'm wondering if maybe it's more possible that you might have been a type of soldier or warrior or a person, who was a forceful sort, and that maybe there was combat, Five of Wands, in this past life, and that maybe I don't know that it killed you, but I sort of feel like it created an anxiety in you, and maybe that anxiety, that fear could manifest through other lifetimes, perhaps in that way.
Well, I like what you said, because actually when I first drew these cards, I thought about that Six of Cups, and I felt that the Six of Cups is what I initially felt, is what you just said, that the Six of Cups was indicating a past life memory was definitely triggered. But then I tried to combine it into the reading, but I do think that's what that means, is that experience at that grave triggered this past life memory where you were in conflict and you had to stand up for things that you believed in. And I feel that you might have suffered a violent death in the process. So it may not be from the witch era, but because of the witches, what happened to them, this inequity, this unfairness, it triggered this memory to you. That's what I feel.
I'm going to pull
Go ahead.
the Lenormand, and I'm first. And I got the letter. My baby wrote me a letter.
In a past life. So, that's
Well,
interesting.
I guess, let's see what you got. Stork. I think that these two mean that perhaps something about that past life may become more apparent to you and may lead to something new, either a resolution or a new challenge. It's mostly good. I think it's like combating the anxiety memory or the trigger there. And I'm just wondering how that message comes to you. I'm wondering if maybe you have to find a way to do more of your own regression work or talk to somebody who could maybe do something like that for you.
I feel like that might have been triggered there because it was a message to you, that in this life you are meant to, grow more. And maybe it's because of what you went through in this past life that this life you're going to experience great growth. And I think it's spiritual growth. I feel it's more spiritual because it happened to you in a rather spiritual setting, with these persecuted witches. I feel that maybe the growth is also in how you view others and how you treat others in this lifetime.
Well, it's all pretty interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah. Wow, some real interesting questions to start our show, guys. Way to go here.
And
not that we judge you by your questions. All questions are valid and important.
I appreciate all the wonderful comments from our fans out there. Thank you so much. So, who are we on now?
I haven't been able to keep up. Sorry.
Cards, please.
Maybe. Here you go.
And who's next?
Oh, who's next? That would be Libra Cusp.
All right, Libra Cusp. Good to have you with us this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully we will. We're not going that far, but we do have somewhere to stop today.
We might even see Monster later.
It's possible we'll drop in on Monster, but he's so busy.
He's pretty busy.
Mr. Student now. All right, so Libra Cusp, you are up, and then Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Divine You. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm off here. I'm sorry. After Mama T is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you are up.
Well, looks like
we'll get to your general reading in a few, Libra. Actually, it's Aaliyah and then Kayla. I don't know how I did that. And then Libra Cusp.
Why don't we just put Aaliyah after Libra since Libra's already made her request?
Okay, let's do that. Well, but Kayla was next, so...
After...
We're
just switching those two around. That's all we're doing,
I'm just
right?
going with the order. So we're going to go with Aaliyah, and then Kayla, and then Libra Cusp. I know that Libra wants a general reading, so we'll get to it. My brain is fried enough after all this craziness. Just total craziness.
Apparently, Madame Banshee has indicated that she made a boo-boo and she's actually shuffling you down the list. I'm not sure why.
You are still where you always were, Libra. I just didn't look at the list right. Aaliyah is actually next, and then Kayla.
Alrighty.
I knew you could wait, because it's not that far. Although, I don't know if Aaliyah's here. We'll call for her again. Thank you, Kayla.
I am not.
Yay! Okay. Is Mystery Skulls going to start another arc in their series after the final MIDI episode comes out? Okay.
My
That's
turn
a
or
yes,
yours?
no.
It's your turn.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why are we clapping?
Namaste. I thought you were keeping up. Oh, you don't.
I don't see anything that would have precipitated that, so I'm confused. But anyway. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
I didn't think that was that obtuse.
Well, sometimes I just don't know about you, Mr. O.
I wish I could say that it was only sometimes with you.
Ooh. I have my little stress star with me today. Not that I need it because of anyone or any situation, but actually it's helping my hand. I have a little hand problem right now, so I'm working it. Talk to the hand. Mr. O.
There you go.
I can't reach them. I'm afraid.
Oh, I guess I'll have to do
I know
this.
you're going to juggle the cord because that was a very bad place to put them.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
touch it. How are we doing this?
You just moved it again, but it's okay. It's working. How are we doing this? So this is a, yeah, that's what I would have done. Exactly. So be careful because there's words on each side and I get confused. Gotta look at both to make sure you're not missing the ace. It's the only problem I have with this deck. I don't even know what Mystery Skulls is. Is that on, where is that? Is that on cartoon? Is that a cartoon? Is that Cartoon Network? Or is that a book? I guess I'm out of the loop on that one.
3 aces.
Really?
Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Three aces means usually an absolute yes.
Do me a favor.
No.
Check the bottom card. I just want to see.
All right. Nine of Swords reversed.
Oh. So I
Stop worrying about it.
Exactly. Take the words right out of my mouth, Mr. O. And I just pulled the stork again.
You're not
I don't
worried
know
about it,
why. I think they are going to come out with something new. Are you going to pull a Lenormand or not? Did we ever pull a Lenormand, by the way, for the previous reading? I'm not even sure. But there is, yes, we did. Yes, we did. I remember now. Because we had the stork and the child. So you know what? You said going to start another arc in their series after the final mini episode comes out. It may be small. I mean, it may not be a full run. It may be something smaller. But it looks like something is going to be there, a new beginning.
Or it's going to be a few more baby steps getting there.
One or the other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it may take a little time.
I knew that too, Aaliyah. I figured we were just, having a interesting reading. Because you know what? Lately, a lot of people have been giving us these unusual questions that are more about ghosts, spirits, phenomena, things. And we really kind of like handling those kind of questions. So, the unusual.
Now, you don't always have to come up with a question to try to stump us. But that's okay, too. So, Kayla, you are up. And after Kayla's Libra Cusp, Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Divine You, Laura, Violet, Lotus, Sonali, and Violet Ann. I think, are we calm now? Are we zen?
That was Zen.
This is
Meow.
Meow.
Our little friends. I'm so glad you found the other one. Or whatever it was.
Hey, I'm just glad the mic is still working. That's good.
It looks like you straightened out the prong a little bit.
A little bit, but it is, well, it's on borrowed time, so we'll have to, yep. Hey, you're welcome. Okay, Libra Cusp. No, I'm sorry. Kayla. There I go again. And I know what Libra Cusp wants anyway, a general reading. So, Kayla, you are up.
Oh, hello there. Goodbye.
I could work on that a little more to see if I can get it to work and we can test it, but I have a feeling we should get another cord just to be safe.
Sure.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, is Marilyn riding you like in the voodoo tradition? Is her spirit walking into you? Interesting question.
What is Marilyn Monroe trying to show you? Okay. Your deck.
Let's use the Ibis Tarot.
I'll do that one next.
You were here earlier, right?
No, yeah, at our other show. Hey, Pat.
Oh, that's right. It was the other show.
Yeah, material.
Sure? Okay. I can't keep track of you, Patton. It's probably okay, though.
Yes, exactly, Mr. O.
Right. Just need to focus on taking care of our own stuff. Oh,
It's talking about Marilyn Monroe, I think.
oh, okay. Who
I
knows?
think. Why are these? It's just me. I almost messed them up.
You.
Okay.
Just when you thought you were perfect.
Well, some of these decks. I like the size of this one, though. They're the right size lengthwise.
And I'm glad it has such really nice, pretty, vivid color because it is a deck with mostly pips. So that tends to make it less interesting to people who want more of the symbology in those cards. But we've been reading so long that, mostly it's pretty second nature. Oh, there you go. Don't knock the mic.
Am I touching it? I'm
Be
good.
careful.
I'm
Be
good.
Alrighty.
I am. Yeah, we had a little mic problem today, Patton. Our cord is kind of kaplooey.
Alrighty. Whoops. Darn. We have the two paths, which in other decks is known as the Lovers.
Oh.
Major Arcana 6. And then we have the reversed Two of Cups. Oh dear.
This is really interesting.
This is very
for this
interesting.
reading.
Are you picking up a vibe I'm picking up?
I'm not sure.
And then we have the reversed Three of Scepters. Now, if the staves are wands... Wait, this is a different deck. Oh no. Hold on, we'll find out real quick.
I'm pretty sure that's swords, but...
Cups. Come on. Pentacles. Scepters.
I didn't inspect his deck
Scepters
today.
are wands, because there are swords.
Scepters are wands?
Because there are
Okay.
swords.
So that does make a bit of a difference
So
here.
it's a Three of Wands reversed. Okay, I get some heavy past life vibes here. I'm actually wondering if maybe there's something that draws you to Marilyn from a past life.
We've talked to you about this before, this connection,
we?
I think,
Yeah.
with Marilyn, haven't we? I think it was you, Kayla. And you did have some kind of past life, if I recall. But I'm not sure I'm picking up the past life. I'm picking up the message here, right? What is Marilyn trying to show you? Is that the question? Yes.
Well, I wonder if she's possibly giving you love advice or if she's telling you something about emotional things.
I think she's saying you have to choose wisely. Love for the sake of love's sake is not the answer here. And the Two of Cups reversed is indicating, too, that, heart, you have to be ready to give and take. It can't all be just one-sided either. And Marilyn had to deal, I'm sure, with a lot of those kind of issues in her life. The Three of Wands reversed indicates that, too, you can learn from a lot of her failures in life and where things went wrong, I think.
It may be that, right, she didn't have her ships come in the way she might have liked, and maybe she's saying, that is something you should try to avoid. So I think it is tied up with the balance or dichotomy between emotional realms and also the realm of trying to be successful or trying to be famous or trying to be desired, because some people think that Marilyn or certain other persons in this kind of persona, there's a looking for something beyond wealth, fame, etc. There's something else they're looking for, and it's maybe a true emotional security or loyalty or something.
Clearly, if Marilyn was so, I mean, it's clear that Marilyn used her physical attractiveness to gain, and of course Hollywood exploited that to gain, an audience. I'm sure she wanted to be recognized for far more than that and appreciated for far more than that. And see, that's why it's saying here, be careful to balance, to find that healthy balance between, love and passion and your dreams and goals and desires, and also make sure that people do not exploit you, in that area. Don't allow yourself to be exploited.
My turn?
Go ahead. Were you done?
Yeah, I said
Okay.
enough there, don't you think?
I guess I'm just asking.
Okay, I'm just saying. So, naturally, of course, we're talking about sexual
What?
things, and I pull the fox.
I dug in here this time, and I've got the stork again. What the heck is up with that? So,
That's a strange bed partners there, fox and a stork.
well, it's really interesting to me because oftentimes the fox can indicate sensuality and sexuality in a woman. So it's like the sexy, foxy lady actually applies here. The Lenormand actually goes that route. So with that in mind, it might be saying don't fear, that side of you. Don't fear that, but be sure that, you don't let it attract the wrong things to you, disharmony and negativity in relationships. Be sure that you use this in a wise manner to bring something positive and growthful into your life.
Well, that fox is empowerment for women or anyone really, but it's empowerment and it's based on maybe these other qualities we just talked about. But I like what Banshee says because of the balance thing, finding the balance in your life there. And I think that that's why the stork is here, because it's saying that when you can achieve that balance, everything new really does open up, even if it's only personal peace. And maybe that's the kind of thing that Marilyn always felt eluded her, a certain kind of personal peace,
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Hey, good, another great question. Sheesh. This has been quite the show. Thanks, because it started off so crazy.
It started off like a
And
show.
I'm going to mix these up again, but
So now, finally, it's Libra's turn.
yes, you
And
wanted, a general
reading.
So we've got you Libra. And after Libra is Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Divine You, Laura, Violet, Violet Lotus, Sonali, and Violet Ann.
You're welcome. And while we're getting ready to start the reading, because we know the question, it's
Yes.
general.
And it's my
And it's
deck.
your
I
deck,
got
right?
it.
I'll just briefly mention that we are on again later in the week, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So check
Hey,
us out.
Dr. V.
And also, don't forget, we have our shows, Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, Fridays at 8 a.m., Goth Tarot, Wednesdays at 7 a.m., and Banshee's Material Matters, Sundays at 10 a.m. So check those out, please. And hi, Dr. Victor. I'm wearing my electric blue shirt today. That's what somebody told me when I used to wear it at my other workplace. They said, it's too bright. It is not.
I like that shirt. I like that color on you, Mr.
It is a
O.
nice blue. Does it make my eyes bluer?
Not when you glare like that.
That wasn't a glare. What do you mean?
It was like bug eyes.
Well, I just feel like
I think your eyes.
reflective.
He's
They
got what
reflect.
I call chameleon eyes. They change with whatever he's wearing. They just take on a different hue.
You ought to see
Which
me when I
mine
wear
don't do
red.
that.
No.
Mine do not do that.
They look either grayish blue or sometimes a sort of vague light bluish green.
They look greenish. They will look brown at times. A little bit more brown hues come through.
They're definitely not brown though.
But they look that way sometimes. I'm telling you. Chameleon.
All right, enough about me. More about me.
Is there ever enough about you?
Well, I can't answer that.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I don't have that. Lucky you. Maybe I'm the one who has to buy the, what is it, the contact lenses that change your eye color.
All right, so here's our cards for Libra Cusp.
Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is reversed. But then on the other hand, we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. They're all Pentacle cards, Libra Cusp, so I don't know what's up. I know you're not necessarily working, but there's money, stuff, or material stuff here
Three of
in this
Pentacles
reading
reversed.
pretty strongly. So, I mean, it could be about your home life. It could be about life in general. Right now, the Two of Pentacles reversed is indicating, maybe it's been hard kind of balancing things right now, getting things together. You feel a little scattered, or just that you don't know how, like one part of your life might be overtaking another right now. The Queen of Pentacles is there, though, to save you from that. I feel the Queen of Pentacles is like the penultimate organizer, She should be able to help, you really do have what it takes to pull it together. And maybe stop worrying about what others are telling you to do. It's your decision, it's your life, live it your way. But I get the feeling here that maybe others are kind of pushing you to get your act together in some way. But maybe it's not as bad as they make it out to be.
I'm going to go slightly different here because it is a general reading, and I sort of feel that Two of Pentacles reverse says you're really busy right now. There's a busyness happening for you. There's a lot of projects going on. Maybe it's spring, maybe it's summer. You're getting ready to plan the kids' summer, something like that. But of course, there is this really immense ability to be very creative and talented and focused on aspects around you, your home life, etc. And so the thing is that maybe you might find you'll have to abandon or shift gears on a few of your plans because you're really so busy, not everything is going to work out exactly the way you want, or you'll have to reallocate time to do things. So I think this is a general reading saying you're very busy, and so don't be surprised if certain things maybe have to change or if you don't get to fulfill every particular project you're working on.
So one of those might resonate with you. Be careful of leaning on the table. Hey, I must have done something because it is holding. I can't believe it. We're going to pull some Lenormand on that. Enough head patting for me. Because, even I'm ruffling the table doing that.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Everything's good except for possibly romantically or emotionally.
Well, maybe that's where the imbalance is. Maybe that's where some, some of this is coming from, what I had suggested.
So that was the heart and the snake. Because we didn't say that, did we?
No, we didn't. The heart and the snake. So,
Go on, I'm sorry.
I'm going to let you go.
Well, because I see it a little bit differently, I'm going to say that one of the things that makes you busy right now is that maybe there is an emotional connection, friendly, romantic, or otherwise, that's important to you right now and that you're trying to keep up with and or, do activities or be a good friend or whatever that is. But there's also this idea too that maybe there's just a little bit going on underneath the surface. So like maybe you're also aware, and remember, this is more fortune telling than this is. So with this, it could just be saying too that maybe it's also possible that disappointment has more to do with maybe something you're finding out about somebody who's not exactly as friendly or who doesn't always have your back or is a fair weather friend or that kind of thing. Sorry.
So let me just go back to what I was saying, because I haven't changed my mind on that. I feel that, there's this imbalance going on right now, and maybe people are calling you on that and saying, why can't you get it together? You should get it together. But the Queen of Pentacles indicates you really do have it together. Don't always listen to what people have to say. And so that's where I'm going to go with the snake and the heart.
I agree with that. By the way.
I understand, and I had nothing wrong with yours. We're just taking different avenues. So I feel here the snake is indicating that don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by, the motivations of others. Are they really thinking about your well-being here? Or are they trying to, get more out of you, So they're telling you don't have your act together because you're not serving, you're not paying attention to them enough, So you know where your heart is, okay? You know where your heart is on this. And so ignore, or just know that others may be looking out for their own self-interests as opposed to your better interests. And I'm going to leave it at that. So That's what I see there.
Hi, Tanya.
So that's what we have for you, Libra. Hey,
Thank
Tanya.
you for liking and subbing.
Why, thank you very much.
And we have a list, so you just joined us. It'll be a few people. Why don't you go over the list, Banshee?
So our Streamlabs isn't working then, right?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I just have to check that. Okay. All right.
Thanks, Libra.
So let's take a look, and we'll put you on the list, Tanya. You are further down. We're on Angel Mary right now, and then after Angel Mary is Angel Rivera, Divine You, Laura, Violet Lotus, Sonali, Violet Ann, and Dr. V, and then you, Tanya. Welcome to the show. We're just going to keep rolling. We had a little bit of a late start today because we had a microphone issue, so we apologize for that. So we'll probably have to go into a little overtime, but we will get everybody in that's on the list now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Libra. All right, so we are waiting on Angel Mary's question. Okay, well, who's coming towards in love? Your deck?
Sure. I think I'll use the Sacred Circles.
Do we want to... Okay.
No, I want to use Karma Music this time.
Do we want to do the one that I've done before for question like that?
That reading?
Where
yeah,
we
sure.
look for the court card,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the theme and where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Libra. You too. You as well.
Thank you. Much love to you.
So that's why we move the mic front and center. Usually we have a nice display here, but it's kind of covered up by microphone right now. So it is what it is today. Hopefully we'll solve this problem. But it is doing good. I'm just afraid to move it to where it usually is. And thankfully, no CATS, no cats today. They're all sacked out. Do you see where who is the other one? Oh, she's on the thing. They're all in the other room in different places, just totally laid out.
Shadow?
Oh, she left. She was
left.
up there. Okay.
She might have went upstairs.
Well, they were all here. Here today, gone today.
Indeed. So yeah, our notification didn't work. I'm not sure what happened. Seems like that's
I wonder
the
if it's-
eternal problem.
Well, I wonder if it's because, did you shift from that to the other OBS for a bit? Did that do anything? Shouldn't
Can't
have.
say that it would have.
I don't know. Someday we'll fix all these problems, or maybe they're just unfixable. I wonder if it's something to do with our Mac. All right, and then you pick the big deck. You don't make it easy. There we go. I'll take them because I know what I've got to look for in each pile. So let's see who's coming towards you. I'm going to take it. It's the Queen of Swords, but remember, this could be male or female, actually, in this reading. I am just looking for the personality here. So I feel this could be an air sign. I feel this could be somebody who is mature and has, but a little bit aloof and cold.
They may present as being a little stern or maybe humorless. It doesn't mean that they don't have an emotionality, but maybe they're just a reserved kind of personality.
They may be holding back for a reason. So we'll see what comes, if anything
and in
comes
some
out.
way they sort of feel like there's a weight upon them, like they're always, sort of at service in a certain respect. So they're service-oriented.
Why am I doing that? So kind of a theme in this relationship is finding balance and harmony. It's finding that thing that connects the two of you together. What makes this tick? I think it's positive. I think there might be something there that does connect you because it's upright and positive.
Another version of this card turned up today for my Thoughts from Thoth. No, I'm sorry, my Navigator's Tarot Mystic Sea. And the idea, I think, that was expressed is the idea is that people, and maybe it's both sides, have to really engage in assimilating information and stuff about each other. So, like, finding justice is really about, incorporating things into yourself to understand situations in yourself. So that's what this personality is like, maybe, is that they're very fair-minded. And it's kind of interesting because some people feel the reverse Queen of Swords is a judgmental person, but maybe they're a judgmental person that tempers it with the idea that they need to know things. They need to stay knowledgeable, too.
Well, with your interpretation, I'm still got mine, but with your interpretation, that person could be cold and aloof, but yet they, you might be able to balance and harmonize with them anyway. Like I said, maybe you have to break down some walls in order to, find that balance and that connection. You don't know sometimes what situations other people have come from. So it might be a matter of that. They come out of a rather negative relationship where maybe they felt taken advantage of, so they're kind of holding back. So it just may be a matter of time. But where is it heading?
It's the reverse King of
This
Swords.
is very interesting.
It is interesting because he's sort of like another version of the Queen in a way.
It's almost like he morphs into a more colder version of this.
Yes, it could be that that maybe this is not the one.
This might not be the one, but this is the person that you are going to connect up with next. In other words, it seems to me that something in this person's life has made them kind of shut down emotionally, and it's going to be kind of hard to break through that wall.
Right. They may be able to extend, kind of like themselves in personal relationships, but in the abstract, they may have a dimmer view of people in general. So it's the kind of like, a person that they know has meaning for them, but in general, they're aloof, and more so even, possibly to more of an extreme. Maybe some judgmentalness is in there.
Is it your turn to go first?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
No, I pulled the fox last time.
Oh, no, I did. You pulled the other. I was sure you pulled the child. I pulled the fox.
We had the fox and the stork.
Did we?
Yes. I'm pulling first. It's not worth fighting over. The cross.
Aha. This is interesting. And the heart. So I have a feeling, Angel Mary, this relationship's going to bring you a little bit of grief, you know? I mean, it's just not, or maybe what it's trying to say is that it's just not worth the trouble. I will tell you this. You asked a when. I pulled the bottom card to see what it would say about the when, and I feel like it may be coming to you that it's not going to happen right away, but it's going to happen probably sometime later this year that this person will enter your life.
It may be like we're sort of indicating that they're not really the most suited for you. They may be coming towards you for any number of other reasons, and maybe there will be a connection. It doesn't seem like necessarily to be a strong connection, but there may be something there that is sympathetic towards each other. But overall, this person may have levels of intimacy problems, not like, physical intimacy, but maybe they're not able to really express themselves in their lives, and they have some sorrow in their lives, but they're not really able to express that in certain ways. You might help them with that, but maybe they're not going to be around long enough for that. I don't know.
Well, and rather than saying you could end up with a broken heart in this relationship, I mean, because that's what something it looks like there, and that's kind of the way I was reading it. I could also see this relating to what we said above here, that this person has been through a lot of loss and heartache, and I think that's what's hardened them to the world. Maybe they went out to try to find somebody and meet somebody again, but they're really having a hard time, balancing their emotional life, their emotional side.
I just wonder, too, that maybe because the Knight of Coins is the coming or going, that it could mean that maybe in some form, though, it does move from there, and that maybe, where it moves is in a better direction.
The video went off for a second. I don't know why that would have happened. Do you know anything about that?
I didn't see anything like that on our end.
Okay. So maybe it's just something internet-wise. Hey, Mercury's in the shadow period now. It's about to go retrograde, so that's all kinds of problems. So that's what we have for you, Angel Mary. I'm sorry it's not better news. It sounds like somebody you're going to meet that eventually you're just going to decide, unless you're able to get them to work through what the problem is and why they're so hard to reach, on a heart level. So, Angel Rivera, you are up, and then Divine You, Laura, Violet, Lotus, Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, and Tanya.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, so we'll wait for Angel Rivera. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody if it went out. I don't know if it went out for everybody. The wonders of the internet. Okay, general reading for the coming week. And I'll go back to this one. All right. Oh, wow. That sounds ooky, Divine You. All right, got it?
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to contort myself to do it.
Well, I have to stand up to do it.
General Reed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking here. Holy moly, Angel Rivera. You have the Wheel of Fortune upright. You also have the Tower upright.
Oh, that's a holy moly, all right.
And the Queen of Wands reversed. Yikes. So,
There's a lot of changing stuff going on.
yeah, there's a big change afoot, I think, and that's that Wheel of Fortune. Something's coming, whether it's in your business or your personal life, and it's happening rather aggressively and fast. I feel that Queen of Wands. The only question I have is this, this might be coming about. This change is going to seem very abrupt and disruptive on some levels, but this might be coming about because of some lessons that have been learned, some hard lessons that had to be taken into account. And hopefully, things will be better and cycles will go smoother now and not be repeated.
I get that, and then I also get the sense, too, that maybe there's a person in this environment or this situation that maybe sort of pops out as the one everybody's looking at, saying they're the one that needs to learn, or they've just received a lesson, or maybe they're the person's giving the lesson. But I sort of feel it is about that person, and that maybe it's the kind of thing that just sort of changes the environment for more than a few people. It just seems like it's a bigger change going on there. Maybe that person is being used as a teaching moment or teaching, thing.
Yeah, so I don't know, unless it is somebody who is... Well, that Queen of Wands is kind of a negative card, but I looked at it not so much as a person, as just the energy, that this change is happening swiftly, aggressively, and it's going to take people by surprise, definitely. But it's almost as if this is a change that needs to happen. It's almost like, and it seems to me that this will end up being a positive thing. I just have a feeling about it.
Right.
So let's see what the Lenormand might add. Let's see if I can get anything other than a stork card. Well, I did last time get something different. Oh, I can't. I'm going to have to get a better box. No doubt about it.
Look for a box I might have.
Oh. So I have the Rider.
And the Gentleman.
So if this isn't you yourself, this could indicate that there is some man possibly who is precipitating this change or will be carrying news about it. There is somebody involved in moving this forward, because Rider is also about movement. So I think this is going to be something that's going to come up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it seems to corroborate with what you're saying, too, that probably they're just going ahead with this, and, we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe, I don't want to say anything. I don't know.
I think it's positive. I think ultimately it's positive, but it's possible that this is happening because of some negative experience, So in other words, maybe some lessons have been taken in, and this is a reaction to that, and I think it'll turn out okay in the end. But it's going to seem, how change is. It can be disruptive, it often is.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So that's what we have for you, Angel Rivera. Good luck with that. Yikes.
Yes, the library I work in, I've already seen one or two people who came in just nonchalantly without their mask because it's now, allowed. But the vast majority of our patrons are still wearing masks.
And no more masks. Wow. Yeah, it's a very swift change. I've even noticed a couple of healthcare institutions are now allowing people in. Unmasked visitors and stuff can come. Well, they might still have to wear masks in the health. I'm not sure. But I do think things are moving along at a pace that worries me. I've done enough readings on this on my own to indicate that this is not a good thing. Remember, in the summer, the virus seems to not spread as well. So we might be being lulled into a false sense of security here because not enough people are being vaccinated. And let me give you an example. They just said in the city of Detroit, only 25% of Detroit residents have been vaccinated. That's not good. So we need to do better. We need to get more people vaccinated. And until they do, I'm not this relaxing of standards seems premature.
Well, one of the talking heads on the news this morning, or maybe it was yesterday, was talking about this overall thing. And the thing is that with the vaccination rate being low still and not really getting better, we're never going to totally defeat it. It's just going to always kind of hover around, and there may be pockets of people or situations where it's relatively safe, and then there's just going to be others, and there's always an intersectionality between everything. At some point, everything meets something else in our society. It's just going to happen.
That's very low for Detroit, but I think residents have a right to be skeptical because of what they've already been through. With the virus, they've been mostly affected more than others by the virus. You would think that would mean more vaccinations, but I think they're maybe skeptical of healthcare all the way around, and I can't say I blame them, but this is like a real bad gamble. So, you're welcome, Angel Rivera. Interesting discussion. Divine you are up. Do you want to delve into the situation you're talking about more here, or just see what's up for you generally? It's Divine You's turn, and then Laura, Violet Lotus, Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, and Tanya. Hey, need a cough drop? I got one.
I got one in my mouth.
Oh my gosh. Well, you can't blame it on cat hair today.
So
Okay.
I guess we're going to just read about that situation.
So we're going
and
to
see what we
focus
pick
on
up
what's going on. What precipitated this, or what's the energy right now surrounding you and Alex and the situation?
Is it my deck?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
We've got our air conditioning on, but this muggy weather has brought out a lot of sinus issues with me out there. It was so hot already when I went out this morning briefly. I couldn't believe it. It was not even 10 o'clock. Never mind. It was more towards noon. I thought it was earlier. I didn't get out early today. I was too lazy today, and I had my show.
Well, that's a good reason to change the lawyer, I suppose. Maybe it was the lawyer's fault that didn't happen.
Huh. Well, let's see what we're dealing with here. All right. Okay.
The Empress.
Oh. She's being a mama bear, apparently.
the Six of Wands reversed.
That's interesting.
And then the Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Oh, Divine You, you're up right now.
Yeah, we're doing you right now.
You're doing yours right now. We're checking on the situation with you.
Dr. Victor, we'll get to you in a moment. There's a few in front of you.
There's a few in front of you, Dr. V. Okay, so I think she's trying to be a real mama bear here, you know, with the Empress card here. Usually that's positive. So I might read this another way in a minute, but I'm feeling something here. And I'm feeling that she really feels her luck has turned for the worse now, and she's trying to be very overly protective. I feel the Six of Wands reversed is she does not like feeling like she's lost, you know.
And she has, though.
And she has with that
has.
Six of Wands there. I feel like she feels like she's lost something. She's angry, and she's lashing out. I think, too, that the Empress card could be talking to you about, you know, trying to stand tall. Try not to let it disrupt, you know, the flow in your life right now, because things are very growthful.
I mostly agree with this. I think that she doesn't really have any power, and that maybe she will slowly move out of the picture as she accepts the fact that her fates are in decline. The Wheel of Fortune reverse suggests that. It's not that it couldn't necessarily right itself, but I really feel like, you know, especially once everything is final and you all the divorce stuff is final and you do move forward with your marriage, it's really over. She has lost. Clearly she has lost. And I was thinking about that, and I pulled the card on the bottom, which was the Ace of Swords reversed. And so this indicates to me that she had some sort of plan. She had an idea, or she was trying to do something, whether it was planned or not. But it's really going to fail because mostly she doesn't have finesse. She's just really being too much of a sword person rather than a plotter. She's just really not there.
She's seeking out vindication, you know. She's seeking out vindication, and she's acting out accordingly. I feel like the wheel, you know, is down for this person right now, but it doesn't always have to stay that way. However, if you constantly dwell on what you've lost, if you constantly try to fight against the tide here, I feel that, you know, you will wallow in this, you know. So she is not bringing a positive change to her life by acting this way. So let's do the Lenormand on this and see.
Right, and I remember that he's divorced. I think that Ace of Swords reversed is more about the way she's plotting to try to get involved here.
Well, and I see the asset issue. You know, children always put a wrench in things as far as that goes. Who has custody? So the thing.
I thought the children were adult, or I maybe I'm confused.
That's right. So there's no child support involvement. I take it. Okay.
Well, I thought they were. Maybe.
So it's just assets. Okay. Well, that's rough. Well, here's the thing. She may get what she wants, or what she thinks she wants, but she's not happy. She's not winning by doing this. I have the Anchor.
I have the Stork.
Oh my gosh, you pulled the Stork.
I got the Stork.
Well, look at how opposites these are, too. So I feel like there's something that's stuck here right now. She's stuck in trying to hold on to something, you know. She's trying to hold on to what she can, but the Stork is here to say a new day is dawning. You know what? Get with the program. A new day is coming. This is a new beginning, and she's got to move on.
Well, the Anchor could be just saying you're okay. You're sitting where you need to. This is about you, I think. And the Stork is just saying, you know, it's only a matter of really a little time before the beginning happens that you've been waiting for, something new floats in. So I think those two are more about you. Just stay the course. You don't have to totally love this. Obviously, it was upsetting to know about it. But I think that, ultimately the power is on you, because in a way, the Empress also stands for you too, in a way. So
Yeah, I see that Empress standing in for both here. I feel that is a message to you too.
She wants
that
to
you
come
are in
back.
a creative, growthful time right now. She sure wants to come back, but is she acting like it? It sounds like she's got issues here. It looks like to me she's got some serious issues here. She does feel like she's lost something that was of value, a prestige to her, a value. It made her feel like somebody. She feels like she's lost that now. So it is hard. But eventually, I think it will work itself out. But these things aren't always easy. It may take more time, Divine You.
Yeah, and I would say we should just, stay on top and review this from time to time. But it seems to me like, there could be more episodes where she's just going to try to find whatever legal mechanism she might be able to find. Some of that is indicated to me by that Ace of Swords.
But it doesn't look positive.
It doesn't look
It
positive
really,
for her, really.
It does not look positive. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with the situation. And we are on Laura. Hey, Laura, you are up. And then we have Violet Lotus, Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, and Tanya. I hope everybody's still hanging with us. It looks like some people may have left, but we'll see how it goes.
Or they'll come up again. I'm all raspy. Oh, really?
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, 3 strikes.
No wonder she wants to come back.
3 strikes and you're out.
He put up with her for too long. Let's
Sure,
just be
Laura.
honest about it. All right, a general reading for Laura. And you're welcome, Divine You. Thank you.
All right, one more.
All right, you're the one after this one, I think. Violet Lotus.
Yeah, right after Laura
You're
will
after
be
the
your
one we're on
turn,
right
Violet
now.
Lotus. Sorry, thanks for hanging with us. We appreciate it. Okay, so it's Laura, then Violet Lotus, then Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, and Tanya. Got it. Ooh. So we have the 6 of Pentacles upright.
Whoops.
We have the Emperor reversed. And we have the 5 of Pentacles upright. I'm wondering here, Laura, this looks to me like what's coming is a situation where you might feel you lack power. You feel like there's a lack of control or power in a particular situation coming your way. And it may have to do with your financial resources. I see that the 6 of Pentacles is upright, right? Mm-hmm. It may have to do with, the give and take, the ebb and flow of money.
I sort of see that too. I'm also wondering too that this question of the lack of power or autonomy makes you feel that maybe having more money would solve what some of those issues are, but they may be more spiritual or more non-material conditions than material. So in other words, it might seem that way, like maybe more finances or more resources would help this control situation, but that may not be all of the picture. You might need that, but you might also need to understand resources that are not necessarily material. So in other words, people's help, people's advice, other situations that come to you, maybe just even spiritual dimensions that open up because you pray or you do the right thing and you're the recipient of karma. So some of this is really about what you feel you can control and what you think will really help you solve your issues of autonomy.
Nice, Mr. O.
Thank you. I wasn't sure. I was a little bit lofty there, so sometimes people just want the down and dirty, right?
Well, I think that was kind of down to earth. I think that makes perfect sense because there is that quality about the Five of Pentacles. Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, something has resurfaced.
A stork.
No. The Foxy Lady.
And the book. So we have the fox and the book.
So this may be connected to something you find out about work or employment. I don't know why, because the fox is about work, generally.
And the book is about finding out things, knowledge, illumination.
So this may be something that kind of throws a wrench at you in the workplace.
My sense is, and it's just a little bit of an intuition, is that maybe if you're working or your vocational thing, whatever you're doing, somebody may have suggested that you do something different and they want you to, but you realize that it sort of takes power away from you or takes control away from you. So you're not inclined to want to do that without knowing that there's something better for you, a reward of some sort for doing that.
Well, that's what we have for you, Laura. Kind of interesting this week.
So yeah, keep your eyes open because I just sort of feel like there are some signs that will sort of weigh you one way or the other with that. You may find out things. That's what the book is saying. You might find out things that'll be helpful to you.
All right, we are on Violet Lotus. You are up. Thanks for hanging with us today. After Violet Lotus will be Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, and Tanya. Don't forget, everybody who's still here, to like our page. We really appreciate that.
And you're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome, Laura.
Okay, that's a nice question. I say we should use my Karma Tarot.
I think you're right. I think those calls
The
for
good old Karma Music Tarot.
that one deck that I can't see.
I'm a great believer that a lot of times we do have past lives that have resonance in terms of what the connections were. And sometimes they play back differently, like maybe you're somebody's father in this life, but maybe that person is going to be your parent in another life, and so that you can experience what it meant to have that situation. A lot of times it's even more complicated than that.
Oh, hi, Tana. You know what? I'll add you to the list. I think we'll stop the list at Tana, though. We're running a little behind today because we got a late start because of a technical problem.
But we will get to you.
So you'll be the last reading for the day. But we have a list here. So we're on Sonali, Violet Ann. We're on Violet Lotus, and then Sonali, Violet Ann, Dr. V, Tanya, and Tana.
Hang in there if you want a reading. Otherwise, folks, you can always come back on Thursdays. We're on Thursdays 7 to 9, but hang in there. Thank you, Violet.
All right. I'm going to let you shuffle once you hand me that deck.
All right. Oh, okay. This one.
Yeah.
Very cool. We're going to do a little special kind of past life thing we can do.
Well, sorta.
Sort of.
Sorta.
We have another request.
Oh, Seven Oceans. I'm
Would
only
you?
being a little bit generous because we had this technical problem, and we
Yeah,
really
we were
got
at least
delayed
15
today.
minutes late, 20 minutes late, so.
So we'll include you, but honestly, you are the last one. That's it.
All right.
Or we'll be here all night.
And it's going to take a while to get to you, possibly, so we'll
Hang in there with
hang in
us.
there. All right. Do you want me to cut these?
Yes, I do.
The normal?
Yes. And I will get these for you. Wait a minute. Okay, you can grab yours first. But I want to throw mine down first.
All right.
Okay. So if you are wondering, which you probably are, Violet Lotus, I'm using a deck called Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards
Oops,
for
hold on.
this reading. And I
You're
just
welcome.
wanted to get an idea. This came up before for somebody. It says shine brightly on it. Stand out, be proud, and be an individual. But I'm looking at really the culture that this came from here to get an idea. And I believe it's Polynesian.
New Guinea, somewhere.
It's called the Huli Wigmen, who lived in the southern highlands of Papua New Guinea for the past 1,000 years. They're ferocious warriors who wear elaborate wigs, colorful hair and feathers. They had painted faces. So the boys used to go and live at wig school in all-male groups without any contact with females. In wig school, the boys learned about hunting and building and the traditions of the Huli Wigmen. They learned to grow their hair and make their wigs. So what does this mean exactly? The ancestor speaks, and it's telling you that in this life, you are meant to shine. You are meant to rise up and shine brightly. So I'm wondering here, as I look at your question about your mother and the narcissistic abuse, I think that basically what this is saying is you must have shared a past life together. This is my thought, where you were really a standout, in whatever your relationship was with your mother in that life. You were really standing out and shining brightly, and there may have been some jealousy. I'm wondering if this is focused around that. We're going to pull some more cards and see if we get an actual theme here. But I would look at this and say maybe it's not Papua New Guinea, but what this is saying to me is maybe you are part of an Aboriginal tribe of some sort.
Right, and in those kind of situations, let's just say maybe it was Central or North American, remoter time period, folks had to be more of a unit and a team, and if somebody was especially talented, though, then they certainly were noticed for that. So anyway, we're going to just go ahead and
Yes.
pull? Okay, how many?
I'll do 3 cards.
Okay.
I want to get the gist of it. So we've got the 9 of coins upright.
Right. The 9 of Cups
Wow.
upright. That's a big wow for us. And then
Well, 2
finally,
9s.
and of course, 3 of Wands reversed. 3 threes make a 9, but
Yeah, that's really interesting too.
we like the numerology play sometimes.
Well, to me, I'm looking at a couple different things here. I really feel that there was some jealousy, some feelings here of inadequacy. To me, I don't know, this is what I'm picking up, that 3 of Wands relates to your mother here. She was in a position of, plans and things never coming to fruition, never being able to get things off the ground, never being able to feel like they've been recognized for anything, while they saw you as a person who was living comfortably, living with a lot of comfort around you, and obtaining almost everything you desire. There was definitely some kind of conflict here, but I'm not getting enough information to really say what it was.
Right. I mean, it's a whole life that you may have had together, maybe more than one, and maybe they were even in very similar circumstances, because some people feel that from the point of karma, what we don't learn or absorb in one life, we may have to try to learn that in the next life or some future life. So I am feeling what Banshee says here is true, is that maybe this is mostly about the sense of avarice of some sort of greed situation, that maybe they were jealous of you. They may not have been your parent or an actual relative, so maybe that's why they are this time, because maybe what they needed to learn was how to really be nurturing, and so it could be that they didn't really do that well with this lifetime.
Clearly.
Since, you're telling us about that.
And so I feel that this lifetime is probably affecting what's happening to you now. And it's interesting what you say. You know what? I believe that I've had a past life in South America. I'm Caucasian. So I think that, it doesn't matter. We probably have varied cultural backgrounds and ethnic and racial backgrounds and genders, in our past lives. Why don't you take the very next card for me and see what it is?
The Five of Cups reversed.
So what's the takeaway from this life? I feel the takeaway from this life for you is you need to move on. You need to move on, and I'm not going to say let her go completely, but realize that your life, your life has to be, you have to find enrichment in your life from other opportunities and relationships, that unfortunately whatever is happening between you and your mom is not that easy to reconcile. Sometimes as we age and get older, eventually, there's a coming back, but I feel for now you have to find your satisfaction and your joy elsewhere.
This is not your problem. This is not your weight to bear. It's really on your mom. And I think you've done everything most likely that you should be doing there. And that you should really just let her go on with her life, that she maybe has to really learn this lesson on her own. And that really is the meaning of Five of Cups, I think.
I pulled a repeat.
I pulled the Lily.
Wow.
Stay where you're at, because you are just improving yourself. You are just going. And if this applies to your mom at all, then this would just be saying that because she's too rooted, that maybe she's going to always have issues about how she can better herself.
Yeah, exactly. I almost feel like, as she's aging and as she's getting older, she seems even more stuck in her ways. I don't know if you're finding that, but that's what it looks like to me right now. She needs to, open her mind and heart more, and I'm not sure, that age is doing that for her. Some people, they just don't age, well as far as mindsets go. People get more stuck in their age. Others of us, we are open and we have expanded our consciousness through the experiences we've had in this lifetime. We have opened ourselves and our hearts to experiencing more, and therefore our minds are more open. And I'm not seeing that here. That's what we have for you. I hope that helps. Kind of think about things here. Yeah, probably true. But that's what we see. And thanks for sticking with us. That was a fascinating reading. All right, we're going to move on because we got a big list now here. Sonali. Sonali wanted a reading on, divine message for themselves through everything they've been going through.
We have a new message there. I don't know if you're seeing that. Thanks for subscribing.
We might be able to draw a card for you, but we are so tight with our list right now.
Yeah, we're actually got 7 readings, and we're already at the end of our show.
We're going to be going into overtime.
We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do if you
subbing.
hang with us. Thank you for subbing. And also, we will be back
welcome.
every week at the same time, Lena. If you get here a little earlier, you have a better chance of getting a reading.
We had a problem with our microphone, and we actually started about 15-20 minutes late, so we're sorry about that. Otherwise, it would probably be no issue, but we're going to see what we can do. We just got to try to work a little faster here.
Hey, you're welcome, Violet. Sonali's Divine Message. Is that your card?
I use Karma, so...
So it is on me. Let me get the animals again, then. I'll do that again. Okay, Sonali, let's see what's going on at Divine Message. right. You're very welcome, Violet Lotus, to join us again. We may be doing some pop-up live streams again soon. Stay tuned for that. They just may pop up.
Thank you.
Okay, the divine message for Sonali. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is upright. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is reversed. And then we have the Magician upright. This is, look, the divine wants you to know, Sonali, that you are doing everything right. You know, they feel here, the divine's just letting you know that, you know, you have mastered a lot of things in your life, and you've overcome a lot of things in your life, and you are making some very, very sound decisions right now. And this is a time that's coming where, you know, you may have to make more, you know, and don't let others, you know, steer you off your path. I think there's a message here for you to know that you should trust your own judgment. You should trust your heart and also your mind, you know, that you are doing what is right for others right now, even if they can't see it.
Everything about these cards, especially these two, say you really are in control. You really have proper use of all your skills and talents. You're clear-minded. You can see what you want. You believe in what you want. And this is the only negativity here. And it does seem like it's coming from something outside, external. Mm-hmm. And it may be representative of people who are possibly just jealous. It may be people who really have incredibly high standards that maybe just aren't that realistic. Maybe they have an ulterior motive to be so critical of what you do. But it's not you, it's from outside you.
Right. I feel like maybe these people have their own way of or their own ideas of how things should get done or handled, and they just don't want to budge on that. But you hold to your truths, I think, is what the divine is trying to tell you here. So let's do a Lenormand on that and see what we have. Oh, you should go first.
Of course. I got the book.
And I've got the sun. Again, I really feel like
the sun is shining.
I think there's illumination here. The divine is saying, you know, you have the knowledge and the talent or the abilities to succeed, you know, or to make things more positive in your life right now. So like I said, don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people who are trying to bring you down. Just know that the divine has your back on this. They really believe in you. So keep moving in the direction that you've been moving in.
I think these Lenormand also are talking about your own health and maybe the health of those around you, and saying that you will continue to find improvement in health in the future, that things will just continue to get better and increase.
And that's what we have for you, Sonali. I don't know if you're still here or if you're going to join, you know, check it out later, but thanks for that reading. And we're going to move on to Violet Ann, and then Dr. V, Tanya, Tana, Seven Ocean Sky, and Lena.
Woohoo! All right, so Violet Ann, it's your turn.
And the microphone has not glitched once.
No, you probably did a good fix for it.
I don't know what I did. I just kept trying to do the same thing over and over again, and finally something worked. We'll give Violet Ann a few moments to type a question, and then we'll move on if she's not here. And maybe again, for some of the new people here, we might do another past life pop-up. Those are very popular, and we have a lot of fun with that. We have some special decks that we use that relate to past lives, and it's just a general kind of exploration, and it's fun.
Absolutely.
Okay, Violet Ann, are you with us?
Let's give her one more moment.
Okay. Because lately, whenever I type the name, somebody always comes back.
However, it is pretty late over there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just after 11 o'clock,
She
I
might have
believe.
just stopped in. Okay.
Alrighty, I think we should
Let's move on to Dr. V, and if Violet Ann comes back, we'll fit her in. So, Dr. V, you are up, and then after Dr. V is Tanya, Tana, Seven Ocean Sky, and Lena. So, Dr. V, are you with us? Did Dr. V post a question earlier?
I don't believe they did, but let's take a look and see. No. So, Dr. V, we need to find out if you're hanging around. They were here not too long ago.
Yeah, I know they were here not too long ago, so we'll give Dr. V a few moments. Oh, hey, Lecter. Well,
We're sorry, we're actually beyond our normal time limits, and we're going into overtime because we have a few readings we promised, but we can't really take any more now. So I'm sorry about that. I hope that maybe you might consider coming back on Thursday or another time. We're on from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
take care, my sweet Christina. All right, Dr. V is not answering, so if they come back, we'll try to fit them in. But Tanya, are you ready? Tanya is up.
And we might change our mind in a moment if nobody's here. And that's Tanya Dixit? Digit? Dixit. Dixit.
Tanya's up,
Dixit.
then Tana, then Seven Ocean Sky, then Lena. I don't know, maybe we could
Bye, my
fit
sweet Christina.
in Lecter. Lecter, are you still here? We'll put you on the list. We'll see how this goes.
This is a potential because sometimes what happens is at the end of our list, people maybe have waited too long. They decide to drop out. So we don't know until, they don't call when they don't respond when we call them. So we just call everybody in order. Okay, that's fine.
All right, so
We can't really do too much time because
Violet
we have to
and
run our
Dr.
errand.
V did not respond. Tanya, are you here?
And there's only a few people watching us now, so I'm not sure. So
Okay, is Tana here?
thanks, Lecter. Tana?
Hang in there, Lecter. We'll see what happens. Seems like people have left. Tana Luke.
Nothing happening.
How about Seven Ocean Sky?
Seven Ocean Sky? You're all making us feel
No, I feel bad that, we might have kind of blah-blahed too long and people had abandoned
That is our
us.
problem. Our time management is not very great at times because we really like, to do as thorough reading as possible. And so we tend to go on too long, maybe.
Seven Oceans, are you here? Second call? Oh, there's Seven Oceans.
Hi,
General
Seven-
for the next 2 weeks. All right. We gotcha. Your deck or mine?
My turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Ibis deck again.
All right. All right.
Next 2 weeks. Will they be okay for 7 ocean skies?
More. All right.
You should leave them there and I'll get them. All right.
There you go.
Okay. 7 ocean. Your first card is the 2 of Cups.
Ooh.
Pretty card. And then you have the Warrior of Cups, which would be like the Knight of Cups. And then you have the Slave of Cups. Sorry for that inappropriate terminology, but that would be kind of like the Page.
All cups cards.
Yeah.
Wow, it almost seems like, I don't know if you're in a relationship now, but it certainly seems like either a relationship is going to develop or deepen.
We did call for you, Tana. We called for several people, and none of them were available, so we moved on to the next one.
Tana, we can take you right after 7 oceans. Just don't leave, okay? Because we'll just fit you in.
So my feeling is that this is next 2 weeks looks to be really emotional, and maybe there's some sort of coming together in harmony or trust with a partner of some sort. It doesn't have to be a romantic one, but it could be somebody that you have really strong feelings for, friendship, family, that kind of thing. There may be the possibility that there are different ages involved, or that maybe there are different outlooks. There are maybe different aspects between the characters of persons.
Yeah, I feel there's the coming or going of a matter connected with, with a romance or a relationship. It could be a deepening. It could be like a step forward. That Page of Cups, to me, can indicate something new, some news, some. It could be a proposal. It could be just some deepening of a relationship. It could be the start of a new relationship. In other words, that Page of Cups sometimes indicates a date, a first date. It could also indicate a child, a family starting. So
well, it's movement too. So maybe you're just moving more towards a period in your life where you're just acknowledging the importance and value of love and emotionality in your life. I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be falling in love or someone's falling in love with you. It could just be that appreciation that maybe you're just moving into a pleasurable environment with friends that and this could be just the metaphor, the reason of everything that's happening with a lot of conditions easing up, and we can see people.
So there is movement, positive news, and new beginnings is the focus in the next couple weeks, and it's as far as your interpersonal relationships goes.
Clover. We have the snake and the clover from the Lenormand.
Wow, what an interesting combo that is. Just, be careful, okay, for example, if you're starting a new relationship, just be careful not to wear your heart too much on your sleeve. You want to protect yourself from people who might want to take advantage of situations. Make sure everything is on the up and up. I feel like there's going to be some luck here, though. That actually this might be something different. That as far as it goes, you might be able to protect yourself in emotional clutches of some sort.
Right. I sort of don't feel it connecting exactly
to that. Yeah, I don't
to
exactly
that.
somehow.
It may just be that it's about the cleverness helping you find your way towards luck as it involves, this situation.
That's a good point. There might be something under the... I don't know how to say this. You might be able to influence your luck or your timing with all of this by being a little bit by not showing all of your feelings. In other words, by leaving your cards close to your chest. By kind of being a little bit coy about where you stand.
The sense of cleverness.
Yeah. But other than that, things look really positive, I have to say, Seven Oceans. I'm not sure what's cooking there, but good luck with that.
All right, so that's what we had for you. So before we get to your reading, Tanya, I think...
Tanya, we'll get... Oh, yeah,
We're gonna do it right now.
write your question right
She
now. Did. Okay. And then we have Lena and Lecter, and I'm not sure we can't get to you, Vahabi. A lot of people keep coming in the room, and our show is supposed to be over.
And that's also Deep Shaika, too. We're sorry.
We're so sorry. Who is it?
Deep Shaika Sankar.
Yeah, we cannot get to you either because we're going to stop with Lecter today, and we have to draw the line somewhere. We're way over time right now.
Yeah, we're already over time, and we actually have another project we have to work on.
So, Lena, you are up. And then Lecter.
Okay, so get the cards for Lena. Tana.
Oh, Tana's up?
Yeah.
Oh, Tana. I'm sorry because you came back. That's right. Tana's up, and then Lena, and then Lecter.
Insight into their next long-term relationship, and who will it be with?
Okay, that's the reading that I do then. Let's use this one. Yeah, Deepshika, we cannot take you today. We're sorry. We came too late. We kind of closed the list just before you came. So I'm sorry. I know you subscribed. I appreciate that. If you could come back, click the notification button. We're here twice weekly. And possibly more. We're going to do some pop-up live streams. But Lecter, you are going to be read for, so hang in there. Here you go. All right, Tana, let's see what we got for you. So this is the person, theme, and outcome.
Okay. There's somebody else that I thought was still on the list. The purple one with the L.
Yeah, I have her. I said it.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, Lena's on the list. You will be right after Tana.
And then it's Lecter after that.
And I see your question, Lena, so you won't have to type it in again. Yeah, Lecter's after that. Yeah, I read the list.
Okay, well, maybe I didn't listen.
I know you were typing. And I understand.
I was typical.
You were typing.
Typically typical.
Oh, no. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
Sure she does.
Wow. Going through a bit of cards for this one. Okay. Okay, so it's possible your next relationship, Tana, is the Knight of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign. It could be somebody who is probably matching you in age would be my guess. And somebody who is just very down to earth, earthy. Do you want to go ahead?
I think most things are true with that. They're probably not a very young person, but they're not an older person. They're middle, maybe 30-ish. I don't know how old they are. I don't know that that's important so much as the idea that because of this card with its connection to other kind of images, I sort of feel this is a person who, all those characteristics she said are right, but I also think they have a connection with animals, that maybe they're like a sort of dog whisperer or somebody like that they're just really fond of animals, or that they relate highly to an animal spirit within themselves of some sort of totem or similar spirit.
So what are the theme or the underlying issues with this relationship? To me, that's the Strength card reversed. And so to me, there's going to be a little bit of struggle in in the two of you power sharing in a way, finding the way to also communicate effectively with each other without playing kind of a one-upmanship kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
It seems like it's a relationship where each of you have a certain amount of sense of autonomy.
I was going to say autonomy.
Wanting to be in charge. And so that dynamic sort of fuels each other for a lot of projects you can work on. But it also may provide the idea that you also need to just remember to try to listen to each other, understand from your heart, and understand that sometimes each of you are not going to be able to win if you really have differing goals. So you have to figure out if you can intersect your goals or who's being supported at that time. You can always support somebody again later, maybe.
So before I finish, Sonelli, we did your reading, and I think it was at 3:58 our time.
About 25 minutes before now.
Yeah. We've had a lot of people come in at the last minute, and some people who have left. But we did get yours done and posted it.
So if you can go back about 25 minutes before now, you can find that.
Okay, so the final card is kind of, where will things be headed? Will this be long term? I think ultimately you two could find your way. I think that the Ace of Swords, clearly indicates victory. But in this case, too, the sword is double-edged. And I don't know, since the Ace of Swords is about victory, I feel you two find your way to complement one another, to balance the power.
This Ace of Swords almost goes perfectly with the Strength reverse, because I think this says that your relationship would probably be funded on where you see mutual goals, but also maybe too you have to learn how you have differing strengths or skill levels, and that there may have to be accommodation within that for that, because maybe you can't work at the exact same pace or to intent as the fact that you do have similar goals.
You're very welcome, Sonali, if you're still there.
Hope that helps, Sonali.
Take care. Hope things are getting better and continue to get better for you.
I got birds. And the gentleman.
I think this is indicating to me, it could indicate a couple of things. I wouldn't rule out that the person that you get involved with, because of also the swords here, that they are, that's pentacle. Wait. I'm sorry, pentacles.
Animals.
Yeah, so I'll take that back. But I almost think this person here might be involved in the communication industry in some way. I don't know where or how. They network with a lot of people. And the other thing that could indicate to me is that you will meet this person in a very social setting, possibly through friends or some type of social connections. It could even be internet, it could even be through social media.
A Zoom meeting.
Well,
I'm
not going to say a dating website because I'm not that into that.
However, what I think is interesting is that I picked up on that before you said it, but I also think too that maybe this is somebody maybe they're a friend or maybe they're just an associate, but maybe they sort of schmooze you with this person. They sort of know you both, and so it's a little bit of matchmakery maybe, or similar enough. Just somebody helping somebody plug in, or each of you plug in.
So that's what we have for you, Tina. I hope that gives you some clues. Hey, and good luck with that.
Go to a party.
Go to a party. Well, things are getting more social again, so who knows what can happen.
So that means it's
Lena's turn.
Lena's turn.
Lena, you are up. We'll take your question.
And the question was reconciliation with their hubby.
Let's throw 3 cards on that, Mr. Owen.
Okay, not a yes or no?
Let's throw 3 cards. And if it's ambiguous, we'll do a yes or no.
Okay, so I'm going to use my deck. And
sometimes we can tell with the 3 cards where things are headed. Yeah, we've got it.
We are working on that, Lena.
thanks to everybody for hanging out. We really appreciate it. And
we had fun too.
to all the people who came late, we're sorry, for those who can't get a reading. And also, Lecter, you will be next, and you'll be the last reading. It was a crazy start to our show today. It really was. So.
Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the likes and subscriptions.
All right, Mr. O. You want me to do it here?
Sure.
All right.
Here we go, Lena.
So those are pentacles, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed.
In this deck, it's called Sacred Circles.
We have the Three of Pentacles, or coins, or sacred circles upright. And we have the Seven of Cups. This is really interesting. Up.
2 sevens.
Yeah, upright. So you're asking if there's, I see a reconciliation. We may have to do that, yes, no. I feel like things are really up in the air, Lena. Things are really up in the air. The Seven of Pentacles reversed indicates that, there's still more work or more things to work out here. It's kind of what I'm feeling off of that card. And I feel there might be issues of hurt feelings or something about self-esteem involved, and I don't know if others maybe have been involved in this breakup, but there seems to be maybe some outside influence here, either trying to get you back together or trying to keep you apart. And I feel like the Seven of Cups is telling me, you know what? It's time for people to make up their mind. It's time for someone to make up their mind.
I feel the 2 sevens with their qualities provide a push-pull kind of thing. Like maybe sometimes you initiate the interest and maybe you feel you're getting some response. And then sometimes you feel it's the other way around and they're doing it. And
I know you saw that. Dr. V, we had to pass you. We had to pass a lot of people, and we got a lot of people in between. So, we'll try to answer your question quickly because you were on the list, but you got to wait. We've got one more reading now between this one and you, okay? So don't go anywhere.
So I sort of feel that it is a question between the two of you about standing, and maybe it's possible that the husband wants to have something that puts him more in a valued light than maybe he understands you should have. So I'm trying to say that maybe there's something classist a little bit, or maybe that he feels he has a superior feeling for himself and maybe not as much for you. So maybe he is not as much about empowering you, and you've been doing more of that yourself, and you're capable of that, that's for sure. It just may be that, like Banshee says, there's still more work to do here. That's what I'm getting mostly from that Seven of Pentacles reversed.
Hey, you are welcome, Tana, and Sonali, you are always welcome as well. You know that. So yeah, let's do some. Well, I don't want to throw the Lenormand yet. Do we have to do? Should we do just a quick yes, no?
Sure, let's do that.
Let's just see what the likelihood is now. If you get a no, just remember these are tarot cards. They're a snapshot in time, and things have a way of working themselves out. So just take the message and for what it's worth, but know that you have the power to change your fate, Lena. But we're going to do a yes or no and see where this is leaning right now. I just feel that things are up in the air with those 2 sevens. I really do.
Yeah.
All right, shuffle. And you cut and you can pick them up and I'll count. How's that? All right. All right, so we are done with Lena. Then there's Lecter and Dr. V. Yep. Okay, thank you. it's leaning, it's saying no right now. So you asked specifically in the coming months. If it's going to happen, it's going to take longer. It's more of a long-term thing. And I'll explain why here, because we have this Four of Swords upright, Lena, and the Four of Swords almost indicates that just needs a break. This separation needs to happen for a while. And the reason is that also the Ten of Wands is here reversed. Somebody has really kind of let something go or wants to let something go. They're very much leaning towards moving on, I feel. They feel like they've been burdened, though, in trying to make this decision. And then we have the Magician upright. And the Magician upright kind of indicates to me that, well, that's a tough one for me in this position. What do you see there?
I see that they're focusing on a specific goal that's different. That they're really involved in something that's different. It may be that they have moved on, and maybe they're not able to exactly communicate that. I don't necessarily know that's it. It may be that this is just where it goes, that they haven't exactly moved on, but they have begun a process of trying to put themselves in that space. So maybe they're using this time apart to try to meditate more, or to at least mentally explore their feelings about it. But I get the feeling that right now they mostly want time off. They mostly want a sense of freedom or release from things, and that maybe they really want to be on their own for a while.
Well, it's funny because when you said that, you sparked a lightning bulb in my head, and I'm thinking here that ties in with what I was saying about the Four of Swords. I feel like somebody needs, whether it's you or the other person, needs this break right now to really work on the self, self-development, self-esteem, skill sets, and that there has to be a letting go for a time because of this. I don't know if any of that makes sense to you. But let's see what the Lenormand might add to this.
The book and the whip.
I think the whip is often a card of violence, but beyond that, I think what it means is some aggressive action
Swift movement.
But it does take force to move things. So I think what this means to me is I have a feeling you're going to find out soon that this is the way things are going to be for a while. This is the way things... Please. No, you can't come here today. Our cat is usually a part of our show, but we have a problem with our microphone today, and if that cord gets jostled, it's a problem. So, no, you cannot sneak up here today.
It doesn't really look like it will be...
Soon.
So, we can't say that it would be within a few months. You may want to try asking us again later.
I feel like it's going to take time to work itself out. Somebody needs to work on the self before I think that anything possibly could move forward here. So I'm sorry I have to leave you with that note, but that's what we're seeing right now. So good luck with that. Hey, Lecter, you are up, and then Dr. V, and we're done. I hope. We have to be.
Yeah, we have places to go.
So, Dr. V, if you want to type your question, you can do that, but we'll take Lecter first. I'm sorry, Sonny. It's just not a good day today. Can't come up here. Stay down. You were sleeping so nicely.
Yes. I must have sensed he was waking because I could tell.
The only other thing I could do is force him, over here.
All right. Will you get a good job soon?
Okay.
3 cards?
Yes, no?
Either way. We have your question, Lecter. Thank you.
Okay. Let's do that first. Yes, no.
Okay.
Then maybe we can get some information about the job. Or what's coming if it's no.
Excuse me.
All right. Can you pick them? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it's not a definite yes, but it's leaning towards yes. The one card that kind of worries me a little bit is the King of Pentacles. We have two aces. We have two aces here, and we look for aces to determine if it's going to be a yes or no. And it's leaning towards yes because you got two aces, and that card just gives us a little bit more information. Do you want to go ahead?
I think that it is probably yes, so probably soon. It may not be quite the match for you. The Knight of Pentacles tells me that maybe you'll feel that you're not getting your value there in terms of compensation, or it may feel like you'll find that there's maybe too much emphasis from certain people on your materialistic aspects there. What I mean by that is that maybe they're a little bit of a taskmaster. If it's a job of production, they may have quotas or things like that. Even if it's a service industry, there still may be a sense of a standard.
Yeah, I'm looking at that King reversed and I'm thinking either two things here. It may not totally match what you were hoping to get financially out of it, or on the second level, it's kind of in a line with a little bit of what he was saying here. You may feel you don't have all of the skill sets or qualifications. You know, maybe there's a little bit of uncomfortability with the job assignment, and you're worried about how you will look, you know, to others on this job. But it just might be a matter of, you know, getting some additional training or just learning the ropes till you're comfortable. I do think something's coming. I'm not sure how soon it's going to come, though, because Pentacles can be a little bit slow. So it's hard for me to say. Let's just see if the Lenormand gives us any clues.
In the abstract, we can say, yes, it's coming soon, but we don't really know exactly what that is.
I know I went first again, but deal.
I have the Sun. And you have the Key. So it may be very soon.
Well, it may be, but I do think that there's a couple things that this might indicate here is that, you know, the key is to really go for something that you can put your heart into, you know, not just another job. This is something that has to really
light up your life.
Light up your life. That's a good way of putting it. Also, I do feel that, you know, the success is coming. Look at this maneuver, even if it's not paying off as well as you think it should, or even if you fear you'll fail at this job, hang in there, because I think that this will prove to be a successful move for you one way or another. It may lead to something bigger further down the road, or, you know, you may be able to move on into something better further down the road because of this experience.
That's what the key means to me. The key is like sort of showing you a door to open where something else lies ahead.
You know, and that's very true. To me, I feel a door is going to open to success for you. I think it's only a matter of time and being a little bit patient. So I know it's rough right now, you know, in the job market, so hang in there. It looks good. I'm glad you hung in with us, Lecter, and we could give you that advice. So, Dr. V, I see your question. We will get on it right now. Mr. O, you got a deck for us?
Yes, I do. We'll use the
Okay,
items.
so you got contacted and you want to know if they're coming back for an offer. All right. So this is our last reading. Again, I want to thank everybody for their patience, and we've been really crazy today. And for those we could not read for, I'm sorry.
We are sorry.
And
We
for
thank
those
you
who
if
you have been
subscribe.
waiting a long time for your reading, well, I hope you're happy with it and you come back.
How are we doing this? 3 cards?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh, I appreciate that, Lecter, and I hope they do. Never give
Good
up.
luck.
You know what? Never
Right.
give up.
Things are getting better. It's just going to take a while. You're welcome.
So, do we want to do a yes, no on this?
I don't know.
This is also a when element. Oh, that's awesome, Lecter. Thanks. We're always glad to have you here.
We have other programming content throughout the week besides our live show, so if you have a chance, check it out. We do a Material Matters show on Sunday mornings. We do an Emotional Exchanges on Friday, and a couple other things here and there.
All right. I think a yes, no. Oh, thank you. Our energy has been all over the place today. You should have been here in the beginning. It was crazy because we had this mic problem and we were just trying to get it together. Wow.
I know.
What's that?
The 5 of Wands.
Wow. Well, Dr. V, I think something is coming. It's leaning towards yes, but I'll tell you what, there is some competition here. There is, you've got the 2 aces, which is leaning towards yes, but that 5 of Wands could indicate a couple of different things. I personally feel it's competition, that there could be somebody else who is interested in working there that they are looking at. What do you think?
Well, I think you're going to get the offer, but I think that, like a lot of these kind of job questions for a lot of our folks here, it just seems like sometimes things take more time than we're used to. And this time it seems to signify maybe not so much. I mean, I'm going to differ slightly. I don't know if it's external competition. I'm wondering if maybe there's just sort of multiple stakeholders that just haven't all come together on the agreement yet. I'm also wondering if it could be that maybe there multiple people have to check in. And I get the feeling maybe this could happen maybe in a month or so.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it would take too long because of the wands there. And I just think it's possible you're going to hear something sooner than later, one way or another. And let's see what we've got in the Lenormand here. It could take about a month.
Darn, Dr. Victor, you got the sun! Hooray!
But you also have the Scythe. And the interesting combination here, I think that maybe what it means, because of the way the sun and the Scythe, the Scythe point is pointing at the sun. It may indicate that there may be some little, how should I say this? Adjustments to the, maybe there are some things about the contract that aren't that pleasing. There are maybe you're going to be offered a little less than you thought, or there's just something a little bit different about it that is not going to be totally pleasing to you. However, the sun is such a positive card that I feel that this wouldn't be a bad move for you overall. There might just be some little minor disappointment attached here.
I don't know that it's a disappointment so much. I just get an intuitive sense that maybe they might have other positions that they're also working on, and that they might realign some tasks in one or some core duties for reasons like maybe they feel you're a better person to take those responsibilities, or some of the ones with you might be better to go to somebody else. So that may even out later, or it may just be part of their new change. Because remember, I'm sort of feeling like the competition is really coming from people who are your stakeholders who are looking at you guys.
Well, so you really need to find out sooner than a month. Well, that's what, maybe he's right. Maybe it's going to be within the month, within the next month, obviously.
I think
We're getting
so.
pretty close to the end of, it's middle of May, nearing the end of May.
Last week of
So
June-ish.
it's possible you might hear by something from the first or second week of June. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Well, I wish you luck with that. You have to keep us posted, Dr. V. We'll see how it goes.
So thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone, for putting
Thank
up
you,
with us
everyone.
today. That's been pretty crazy. But we're going to say goodbye because we're way over time and we have another appointment we have to get to today. So take care, everybody. See you hopefully on our Thursday night show, 7 to 9 p.m. Be there.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.